Hello, welcome back. Now we're going to get advanced and get into some different chords and progressions that you can do to spice things up. So, there's a lot of things that you can do. One thing from the start, we're going from the 1 to the 6. Now, we talked about going from the 1 to the 6, but using basically different things to get there. We did a 7, 3, 6. But anytime you go to the 6, you can always use the 3 before you get there. Okay, so you can go from the 1 to the 3. Use this as a passing chord with E flat, A flat, A and D flat with F in the bass. So you can go from the 1. And a lot of times what I like to do to make my chords fatter, I like to use power chords in my left hand. The 1, the 5, and the 1. That's considered a power chord. And then I added the 9 too. Whenever you're playing any type of major chord, you can always add the 9. Okay, so I started with this chord, and it sounds a lot fuller than just the regular D flat chord. But we added a power chord in my left hand, which is the 1, the 5, and the 1. And always remember, you can always add the 9. You can add a 9 to any major chord, which is the E flat. So this is a D flat add 9. Now we're going to the 3. And off the 3, we have E flat, A flat, A, and D flat over F. This is a sharp 5, sharp 9 chord. The F7, sharp 9, sharp 5. And that's going to take us to the 6. Now, when you get to the 6, just depending on what's going on, you can always flip that chord. The 6 is a chord that can be flipped to a major chord because the melody is F. So what you can do, you can change the whole chord to a major chord. So this might be a little bit of a stretch for you, but I have B flat in my pinky, C and D in my thumb, F, G, A, C, D, F in my right hand. So this is basically a B flat major 13 with the 11th omitted. We got the C, the D, the F, the G, the A, the C, the D, the F. If this is too hard for you, leave these two notes out of my left hand. So basically what I'm trying to show you, you can go from the holy, holy. You can change this chord to major. Because the first melody is D flat. The next melody is F. And off the F, we were going to the minor chord. But you can go major. So you can go holy, holy. And then to the 5. So basically, we went from the 1, holy, holy. Now, the first time that we did, in the other take, we went from the holy, holy. Now, instead of this chord voicing, you can change this chord to this voicing. So we got E flat and D flat in my left hand, and we have F, A, C, and F. Basically, this is using the melody and altering the chords. So we're going from the 1 to the 3 to the 6 major to the 2. And this is the chord that we just left off of the 2. Now we're going to the 5. And off the 5, I have A flat in my pinky and G flat in my thumb. And in my right hand, I have A flat, B flat, D flat, F, and A flat. Now we're going to alter this chord. We're going to drop it down. We have A flat and G flat on my left hand. Now we have A, C, D, F, and A flat. Okay, and this is just really altering the chord. Now when we get to the 1 again, there's a lot of different things you can do. You can just keep it simple, or you can go to this particular chord. You can play G flat, B, E flat, and A flat. And then drop your G flat down to F in your thumb. And then play F in your right hand, in your ring finger. It's kind of a stretch. And you can play A flat over this chord. And then when you go to D flat, that's when you change to F, B, E flat, F, and A flat. So we got. Now we're going to go to the 4. basically, what you can do is play the same chord that I showed you. A flat, B flat, E flat, F, and B flat, and then your left hand, G flat, D flat, and F. But use E flat as a grace note. Okay, so we got this chord voicing off the 4. And this is a voicing of the G flat major 9. Now we're going to the 3 with F and E flat in my left hand, and in my right hand, A flat, C, E flat, and A flat. So we're going from the 4 to the 3 to the 2. And off the 2 we have E flat, B flat, and G flat in my left hand, and in my right hand, A flat, B flat, F, and B flat. And you can also have a D flat in there too. So basically, I'm making the chords a lot fuller just by extending them. You can see the chord names above the keyboard, and we're just extending the chords and using the melody on top at the same time. Now, when we get to the 5, this is something that you could do too as well. At the 5, we have A flat and G flat in my left hand, and in my right hand, C, F, and B flat. Use E flat as a grace note, and then drop the F down to E. So it's like this. And that takes us to the 1. So it's like so and then that takes us to the 1. Got the quarter chord over the 1, which is B flat, E flat, A flat in my right hand, and in my left hand, D flat in my pinky, and F in my thumb. And this is a long stretch. So since we're going from A flat to F, you can play this chord, voicing, or the D flat, to this chord voicing with the F melody. So now we have D flat and E flat in my left hand. And in my right hand, I got F, B flat, C, and F. So now we're going to go to now we're totally altering the chords. So we went from the early basically going to the 6. And what we're using the flat 5 to the flat 6 to the 6. And off the flat 5 we have this particular voicing, and the melody is still on top. The first time we just did, but we could alter it even more and play these voices. So off the flat 5, we have G and E in my left hand, and in my right hand, B flat, E flat, and B flat. Basically, take this up a whole step to A and G flat in my left hand, and C, F, and C in my right. And now we're on the 6, and there's many different ways to voice this chord, but I'm gonna voice it like this. We got B flat, D flat, G flat, and A flat in my left hand, and D flat, F, D flat in my right. Now keep in mind the melody is on top for every single chord. So and we're still using the harmonization rule for like some of the in-between chords. You could do this chord again as a passing chord. Remember I showed you earlier? So what we have is a suspended chord. We're going from A flat in the bass. We got in my left hand A flat, D flat, and G flat in my left hand. And in my right hand, B flat, D flat, and A flat. What we're going to do is start play this chord and then alter it. It sounds crazy. We got A flat, E flat, and G flat on my left hand. Now we have A, C, D, F, and A flat. So it's like this. Now we're back to the top. Now, for the most part, a lot of the chords are recycled and reused over and over, like holy, holy, holy. This is done again. And then we already went over this part. Now it just repeats all over again. Change this chord right here. And what you're going to do is you're going to go from the and what we have now is the F bass, the F melody. And what we're doing, we're changing the bass note, we're changing everything. We got F and E flat in my left hand, and in my right hand I got F, G, B flat, D, and F. So we get even more nasty with it. We got this chord, and then we get just real dark with it. And we got F, E flat, G flat, A flat, A, D flat, and F. Basically, this is passing chords that's going to take us to the 6. Okay, so basically, now we're going to the 6. And we got B flat and A flat in my left hand, and D flat, F, A flat, and D flat. To this 3, and when we get to the 3, we're gonna do this movement. We got F on my pinky, and then we have E flat on my thumb in my left hand, and in my right hand I got A flat, E flat, and A flat. So this is the chord. We're gonna use D flat as a grace note. Okay. Then we're gonna go to C in both hands, to D flat. And this is going to take us to the 4. When we get to the 4, we got G flat and F on my left hand, and in my right hand we got B flat, F, and B flat. And use E flat as a grace note. To D, to E flat. So it's like this. So now we're going to go to the 3 again, and what we have is F and E flat on my left hand, and in my right hand, A flat, B flat, B, and F. I'm going to lead up to that. So, and it's coming up. What I did was, with this chord, I slid from E flat to F. And that takes us to the 6. So we're going from the 3 to the 6. And keep in mind, that everything I'm showing you right now, this is for advanced people. It's something bonus. It's something extra that we're doing just to give you different insights and different ways that you can go with some of these chords. Beginners, don't be overwhelmed by this because this is something that you're going to grasp later the more advanced you get. This is just something for people that are more advanced that want a different approach and a different look at how to use chords and chord progressions, all right? So keep that in mind. Let's continue. So now we're on the 6. We got B flat and D in my left hand, and then A flat, B, D, and F. A lot of these chords you will find in Gospel Music Training Center. This is a lot of things that we do in Take 2. Well, we get more advanced and we get into different chords and progressions. So you always want to check out those Take 2s, okay? So now we're going to go to the flat 7. And what we have over the flat 7 in my left hand is B, G flat, D flat, and E flat. And in my right hand, G flat, A flat, B flat, D flat, and G flat. This is a real fat chord. So now we're going to go to the flat 7. To the flat 6. And off the flat 6, we have A and D flat in my left hand. And in my right hand, G, B, and E flat. So now we're on that flat 7 to the flat 6. And over the flat 6, we got A and D flat, and then G, B, and E flat. To the 5 chord, we got A flat and D flat in my left hand. And in my right hand, G flat, A flat, B flat, and E flat. To the 1. So that's everything, and it sounds even better with strings. All right, so that's it. That's everything I want to show you with this section. Pretty much this is for more advanced people. This is a bonus section where I wanted to show you different things and different ways you can go with your chords. You know, there's endless options that you can do when altering chords and using the melody to take you different places that, you know, you might not normally hear. So keep that in mind. You know, experiment, trial and error is the key to success. You won't know unless you try, and that's what it's going to take to get to that next level. All right, God bless. See you next time. We're going to close it out with Jermaine. See you there.